Have a good day, everyone. My name is Shafika Azamain from Berkaya Tours, your tour guide for today. How was your trip? Good? Okay. And please follow me this way to the bus. Kindly to ask all of you to manage your seats and seats with you comfortable. And once we arrive at the hotel, please double check to make sure your stuff and bag has taken off from the bus. Speaking of first of all, let's do head count. 1, 2, 3, 10. Excellent. And we are at Bergaya Tours. Your safety is our priority. I know you guys are all excited, but let me tell you a few reminders. Number 1, put your trash in trash bin. Number 2, never leave your thing unattended to avoid unnecessary loss. Number 3, please remain seated until we come to a full stop. Number 4, do not forget our bus number, which is number 4. And the most important thing due to this pandemic COVID-19 is please follow the SOP that set by the government and sanitize your hand with the hand sanitizer that provided, and please do not take off your mask and keep 1 meter distance from other tourists when we are touring. I think we should have the same time, and my time is 8:45 in the morning. Done? Okay, and another thing for the time reminder is to know my signal. If I wave this flag off, it means you have only 20 minutes to roaming around. And if I whistle once, it means we have only 5 minutes left. But if I whistle twice, that means we are on to a next place. And in case if you are not feeling well, I had here an emergency kit. And please raise any concern immediately.
Our first destination is Genting Highland.
Ladies and gentlemen, Genting Highland is an integrated resort development comprising hotels, casinos, shopping malls, and theme park in Pahang. Perched on the peak of Gunung Ulu Kali at 1,800 meters high, nestled near the border of Selangor, about 35 kilometers away from Kuala Lumpur, Genting Highland represents a popular weekend getaway from the city head connected by highway, roads, and cable car services via Havana Skyway. The history of Genting Highland is Genting Highland was founded by Lim Goh Tong, who arrived at the shores of Malaysia from Fujian in 1937. Born in 1918, Lim was a young man, only a lowly carpenter, while he picked up the local Malay language. For the next few years, he dabbled in vegetable farming and petty trading, but eventually involved himself in the scrap metal and heavy machinery business. Genting Highland has been Malaysia's sole licensed gaming establishment since 1971, serving as a mountaintop version of Las Vegas, while the casinos are at the heart of Genting Highland. A theme park offers entertaining rides and activities for both adults and children, and Sky Avenue and First World Plaza are vibrant shopping complexes with restaurants, entertainment, and boutique stores. Genting Highland is well known for being one of Malaysia's hill stations, ranking with places like Cameron Highlands. One reason people come here is to breathe in the fresh mountain air, but another is to enjoy the attractions, which include many casinos and both indoor and outdoor theme parks. Ladies and gentlemen, there's also a big cable car system that helps put Genting Highland on the map, or you can try flying through the forest on a flying fox. Another attraction of Genting Highlands is that despite the commercialization of the center, you can easily go hiking in the surrounding region and even go to nearby waterfall and mountains. This makes it a hit with both nature lovers and urbanites alike, which is something of a rare find in Malaysia.
The next location is Cameron Highland.
The history of Cameron Highland. William Cameron discovered Cameron Highland in 1885 and the area was named after him. A surveying trip of the Titiwangsa Range was undertaken by William Cameron, a British colonial government surveyor, and his companion Kulok Riau. They employed elephants to transport them for a month on a trek to investigate the Titibongsa Range during the expedition. They began their daring journey in Tanjung Rambutan, tracing the Kinta River back to its source. Ladies and gentlemen, so for now, I will talk about Bow Tea Garden located at Cameron Highland. The history of Bow begins in 1890 when J.A. Russell, aged 7 years old, and his father arrived in Kuala Lumpur, Malaya. The capital at the time was a mixture of tin miners' hovels, Chinese immigrant residences, and elegant new buildings designed by British government architects. Boh Tea Garden is the largest and oldest of both tea gardens, covering 465 hectares. It was developed in the 1930s and is the location of Boh first tea factory. The nearly 2-kilometer drive from the tea garden gate to the tea center is filled with magnificent stops that demand quick attention. When you enter the Botany Garden, you will be greeted with five attractions. First of all, you can visit Bo First Tea Factory. It's one of the few tea mills in the world that use a full rotovan tea processing equipment. Next, the Bo Cafe offers a variety of delectable Bo teas to try, as well as delectable pastry to go with them. Furthermore, you also can purchase souvenirs for your loved ones at both tea gift shop. Beside that, you can photoshoot abound against a backdrop of magnificent plantations. At last, a hiking track hidden behind the factory trails leads to wonderful mountain views of the tea plant. Ladies and gentlemen, for our next destination is the magnificent Ifenggu Honey Bee Farm. Located just 5 kilometers from town center, is one of Cameron Highlands' most popular attractions. The beekeepers have been well trained and informed about honey and beekeeping based on their previous experience. Tourists are always welcome here, and each beekeeper would gladly offer you a few pointers if you are interested in beekeeping. It's one of Pahang's most attractive activities. More than honey will be on display at this farm. These farms are the product include royal jelly and pollen, both of which are in high demand in Malaysia. Tea plants are grown on a portion of the land as well. It's not surprised that Ifenggu Honeybee Farm has succeeded to harvest tea because Cameron Highland is recognized for it. When you are in Cameron Highlands, be sure to see one of the well-known Pahang attraction. It has a lot of information on bees and a lovely scenery to go with it. Ladies and gentlemen, the last attraction in Cameron Highland is Big Red Strawberry Farm. Big Red Strawberry Farm is an agro-tourism park that grows organic veggies and hydroponic strawberries. The facility is accessible by road from the Star Regency Hotel, which is designated by a huge signboard from town. It is perched on a high hill slope overlooking Berincang. The entrance is just next to Cactus Valley as you reach the foothill. Visitors will climb a few stairs from the main gate to a koi fountain, flower nursery, and little petting zoo with predominantly bunnies. The path takes you past the strawberry field where you may pick your own strawberries to sell. Finally, the stroll comes to a close at a cafe and shop where you can buy fresh strawberries and other locally produced goods. Is everybody had a full tummy? Alright, that's good. Okay, let's do for the head count. 1, 2, 3, 10. Perfect. Sad to say that this is the end of our tour. On behalf of Bergaya Tour, Coach Captain Mr. Abdullah, and me, Shafika, it's a pleasure to spending time with you in our tour. But we have to end it here. Thank you for choosing Bergaya Tour as your tour guide.